of the camera, Lakis is the other side. So we'd like to welcome you to a new episode of the Taste Buddies, where I'm going to show you one of my summer favourites, and that's stuffed red peppers.
Well, the reason we swapped today is because Diana cooks it a lot better than I do. I really love that dish when she cooks it, and it's just amazing in the summer. It's just fantastic.
So let's take you through the ingredients then. Couldn't be simpler. We've got the star of the show is the red peppers. We've got some tomatoes, which I've got the water boiling, and I think I'll just drop them in that because I need to take the skins off. So if I put those in there now, and they can be bubbling away while we're talking. So red peppers, tomatoes, tins of, well, I chose today piquant sardines, but you can choose whatever you've got in the store cupboard. That could be tuna, it could be anchovies, it could be regular sardines. Very, very simple. Get inventive. And the only other thing you need is olive oil, basil and garlic, and I'll show you how it all comes together. So while my tomatoes are boiling and sitting in boiling, they should be all right, sitting in boiling water so I can slip the skins off later. I just want to show you how to prepare the peppers. You need to slice them in half that way and try and leave the stalk on. We're not going to eat this. We're not going to, oh, that's a tough one. We're not going to eat the stalk, but it looks very attractive later on.
Yep.
Now I'm going to take all the seeds out, the veins out, and I'll do the same with the others, okay?
So just cut it through here with a sharp knife.
Yep. What you don't want to do is, now you've carefully retained the stalk, you don't want to cut it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, just scrape them out, and then I just only
Right.
turn it over and bang it, and it will get all the rest of the seeds out.
So while you do that, I'll
Yep.
go and get the wine, shall I?
All right.
All right.
Right, while the tomatoes are getting cool enough to handle, I'm just going to lightly oil my dish that I'm going to cook these in. Don't need a lot of oil because we're going to sprinkle some oil on later. So let's just spread that around. Yep. And get my peppers in there ready to assemble. There we go. You want a shallow sided dish because you're looking to kind of char the edges of the peppers. There you go. Right, they're ready for stuffing. Let's get on with the tomatoes. You've all done this before. The tomatoes have been in the hot boiling water, and look how easy that skin comes off.
Just 5 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And save any of the precious juices because they'll be going in there too. So let me do these other two. All right, so all got their skins off. It's important to take the skin off. We don't want any tough skin. And now just cut them into chunks. We don't want any of that thick bit in the middle. I don't want that.
That's bitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not nice.
And cut them to sizes really relevant to your...
2 little cubes, is it?
Yeah, little quarters.
It's lovely, rustic recipe.
Yep, nothing... Yeah. Well, you know me, I don't do faff, do I?
No, you don't.
Okay, so I've got one of these that's got a lot of white in it, so...
If you ever have a tomato like this, just get rid of this white bit. It's bitter, tough, you know, very nice.
Okay, so I've divided my tomatoes up evenly between my peppers. I'm not going to waste any of this juice.
Oh, these lovely juices. Beautiful.
That'll go in for later. Okay, now it's time to divide up. Finely slice your garlic.
Just nice thin slices.
Yep, that's it. So now it's time to, with the slices of slivers of garlic, slide them in, tuck them in between your tomato, build the layers of flavours up as you're going, and spread it out. Lovely.
This is summer.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm just going to slurp at this stage, and then I'm going to drain my sardines. Okay, I've drained one tin. I've got two. I'm going to see how I go because these peppers are quite small. So then you just chop them up, break them up and stuff them in your peppers. Let's see how we go. Right, well I'm not, as you can see, I'm not being mean with these, but it's looking like one tin is going to be enough, isn't it?
It's quite an economical dish.
It is.
And the other thing I was going to say is, because we have it very often, it's very, very light. So in the summer, when it's heat wave and stuff, you know, it's so light and so flavoursome, unbelievable.
Can't
Lovely.
really fit this one in, and if I was at home on my own, I'd be eating this one now, but I won't. I'll put it in. I'll take one for the team.
I'm sure you can squeeze it in.
I'll take one for the team and put it in peppers. There you go. Now I do need to wash my hands.
Is it?
It's time, so just tiny bit of salt, because the sardines will have had salt in them anyway, or whatever tinned fish you use will have had salt. And if you're doing this with anchovies, then don't put salt in at all. Okay, and some freshly ground black pepper. You can just imagine all these beautiful flavours when they go in the oven in a minute.
Magic.
Now I'm going to throw some basil leaves in there. I want some basil for garnish though as well when they come out. But I just want a couple of leaves in each one.
Well, of course, lovely with the fish and the tomato, and
don't get precious, just tear it up.
Tear it up. A couple of leaves in each.
In each one.
In each one of them, yeah.
Yeah. And to finish the dish off with, all you need is about, well, a drizzle of olive oil in each one. Okay.
The magic ingredient.
Yeah. Drizzle that olive oil in, and as you can imagine, the tomatoes are all going to melt down.
Why didn't you use the oil from the tin?
Oh, come on. How am I going to use tinned oil when I can have this beautiful fresh olive oil?
That's a very good answer.
Okay, so they're ready for the oven now, which has been preheating on 180, ready for these. These will take about 45 minutes, I guess, depending on your oven, but you're looking for them to be nice and charred around the edges. That's why you want a
And before you put them in the oven,
yeah.
Can you tell me where you found the recipe?
Oh, good.
Because my mum had loads of stuffed peppers, all
She
different
never had
stuffings
these.
and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember this one.
No, I think I found this in a magazine, one of those magazines that you.
Well, the
love
food
to read.
magazines I buy
yeah.
every time.
I think so.
How did I miss it then? And you found it?
Because it hasn't got any meat in it.
Probably.
Let's get these babies in the oven. Okay, now I'm going to put them up quite high in this oven because I want the heat up the top to be charring them. And I'll come back and have a look at that later. In the meantime, and out of the oven. And oh boy,
Cool,
don't they
smell.
look good?
That is amazing.
Yep. So all that needs now for a little bit of presentation is some fresh basil leaves on the top. Then you need some crunchy bread, soak up all those juices.
And some wine to go with.
Just a few more basil leaves chopped on the top of there. Just
Extra
yeah, a little
freshness.
bit of extra colour and flavour, of course. Yeah.
And this is it, guys.
So, thanks for watching. I hope it's inspired you to cook this, and please
do, actually, because it's fantastic. It's simple, takes no time whatsoever, it's very economical money-wise, and it's
if Diana does it, it's faff free.
It's always faff free. My girl always cooks faff free. So thank you for watching us.
Subscribe, like, share, and give us those comments. Thanks so much, Taste Buddies.
When you're in Zakynthos, come and have a glass of wine with us.
Yeah.
And cook together.
Why not?
Bye.
Bye.